Welcome to this all signs reading. This is for the week of the 17th of June all the way to the 23rd. I invite you to really lean into the messages this week because it's all about your success, your prosperity, and making the most of your life right now. Stop putting off success, stop waiting for the good things to happen, and stop convincing yourself or listening to the stories in your head that says it can't be now, we need to wait until later. The good stuff is already here. This week's reading is an extension of the mini reading I did over on Instagram. You can always go and find those there. So make sure to follow me on Instagram at nikki.wooters.intuition. And this is your extended. I do these every single week so you can get the most out of the magic that we are diving into. This week's reading has really centered around this concept, this idea, the premise that your success is already here, but it's just waiting for you to open up to how you can access it, how you can receive it, and most importantly, how you can allow it into your life. The cards that came out in my initial reading were the King of Pentacles and Judgment, which was really contrasted by the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. These two sets of cards coming in together is really, to me, this reminder and a big message for me to give to you, so I'm going to probably hop on it a little bit, is when we are really embracing the concept, and don't judge yourself for this, society teaches us to do it, when we're operating in this very striving, action-orientated, hustle, hustle, hustle kind of culture, what actually tends to happen, and this isn't for everyone, so make sure if this reading is resonating with you, you keep listening. And if it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. It's probably just not your reading. But for those of us, and I know there are many of us out there who are looking for a different form of success. You don't want to work 24 hours a day. You don't want to struggle for the next 20 years just to tick a box or make it or buy a mansion or have the car that you want. You don't want to be thinking 24/7 on what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? What can I be doing better? This type of life where we're constantly going, and there is no room for life and love and laughter and leisure, it's just not what we're looking for. So if you're operating still in this cycle of, I need to be doing to be proving that I'm worthy of my success, and you are sick and tired of it, absolutely fabulous. This reading is for you. Now, one of the biggest, I would say, obstacles to having this hyper-masculine approach, which suits some people, doesn't suit many of us, is that we can be so outwardly focused. The Judgment card is really complementing the King of Pentacles here, going, when we are not in a healthy alignment with this type of masculine energy, what can tend to happen is we're so externally focused on what other people are doing and what other people expect from us and how we should be moving through life, our businesses, our careers, our relationships, even the accumulation of our wealth and what we do with it and all of those things, when it is sort of hinged on what other people expect or think or might judge us on, this can be a very unhealthy and unhelpful way to be living your life because you're in constant reaction rather than creation. This isn't to say that there isn't time for structure and planning and striving and working hard. Of course there is. But if it doesn't suit you as your dominant energy, it is not serving you. The Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles then come in to go, look, there is another way. You are here at a crossroads at the moment, and this week in particular, the energy is very, I'm almost imagining like a magnifying glass, and it's like concentrated. It is focused. The energy is here and now for you to reassess how you're going about living your life and creating your future. And the Queen of Pentacles just goes, hey, I'm another option. I'm another path. The Queen is still a queen. She rules her kingdom. She's in charge of her life. She is rolling in abundance, and she absolutely loves being in control of what's going on around her, but she goes about it in a very different way to that King of Pentacles. The Queen really recognizes that it's success on her terms, and it comes from her heart first. If you look around your life at the moment, and I want you to do this right now, looking around your life at the moment, thinking, am I doing these things because I want to or because I think I have to? Am I working towards these goals because they make my heart light up and my soul shine, or because that's been just the autopilot mode of my life, or the expectations of my parents, or simply what fell into place as you were just plodding along through life? Not a judgment, an opportunity for you to open your eyes and get a real good look about what's going on around you. The Seven of Pentacles also coming in here to reinforce this feminine, divine message of the cycles of life and nature. I see this seven as going, you've been planting seeds and you've been growing your life, and it's really important what you put in your garden. The queen, like we said earlier, is just as successful as the king. She just goes about it in another way. She's not worried about what other people think, what other people expect, what they want her to do. She knows that all she needs to focus on is A, what feels good to her right now, and B, what she's chosen to plant in her garden. This is such a beautiful message for everyone this week to go, yep, you've got these two paths ahead of you. We always have the opportunity, by the way. So don't think it has to be this week or it has to be right now, or if you see this in the future, it's too late. You're always able to choose and choose again in life. You might find some seasons of life very naturally masculine, some seasons of life very naturally feminine. But I get the message right here and now that you are in need of a bit of a readjustment or a reset. And it's totally cool if it's a bit of both. The point here, the thing the guides really want to send through and like emphasize to you is it's about choice, it's about alignment, and it's about thinking in this cycle, in this season, what do I need right now? This is super exciting, by the way, because the other card that came out from the Work Your Light Oracle, we had the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Just that beautiful reminder that when we're holding back, when we're holding on, when we're stubbornly stuck where we are, because that's the way it's always been, or that's the most comfortable place to operate, it is holding you back from so much more. You might already have a level of success in your life, in your business, in your career, in your relationships, whatever it is you're focusing on, that feels really good. The Queen has another message here for you, hand on heart. But does it feel good because it's safe, or does it feel good because this is all that you desire? I'm just going to call you all out here and say there is more. There is more that you desire. This is good. Life is great. Magic is all around you. There are plenty of positive things to be grateful for. Let's soak it up. Let's acknowledge it. Let's fall in love with life right now and go. And also, it gets to be better. We get to have the cream on top, the cherry on top. We get to have all the sprinkles and the dressing on life. It doesn't have to be just good, just fine, just the way it is. Stop playing safe and start playing to create a life that you're giddily, excitedly, madly, magically in love with. That's what you desire, and that's what you deserve. Whew. All right, so we're going to pull a few more cards because I want to make this as specific and as super and powerful and actionable as possible. Now, I'm going to do something new. We'll see how this goes. Let me know what you think about it. By the way, always let me know what you think about the cards, the messages, how it's landing, how it's resonating. Use the comments below. But what we're going to do this time, we're going to have a little secret message. So I'm going to shuffle the Wildwood Tarot deck. I'm going to pop one in here and I'll pull it out at the end as a little bit of the cherry on top for our reading. Okay, I'll just shuffle those back in because I'm only asking for one card, please. So this is our bonus message, our cherry on top, the thing that's really going to resonate with those of you who stay to the end. And I want it to be a surprise as well. So cards, stop showing me what you got. One card. Okay. I had to close my eyes because it came out the other way. It is in. We will find that out at the end. Okay, so what I want to ask the cards next is, how can you move through this week with a lot more purpose? So we know this is about defining what it is you truly desire. It's about aligning with what really works for you and allowing yourself to operate in a way that feels good, mind, body, and soul. These cards, like I just keep seeing them going, you have a choice, you have a choice, you have a choice. What are you choosing? Don't give away your power to society, your family, your family, I nearly said it twice. Society, your family, as in parents, etc. Your family, as in, the people around you, maybe your kids, maybe your partner, or, even your colleagues or the community you're in. You are the leader of your life. You are the king, you are the queen, you are the one ruling. So make sure that you're owning and operating in that power. So I'm going to be using the Find Your Purpose deck. The reason I'm pulling this card from this deck today is I really want to have a focused message for you all. How can you operate with purpose? How can you be really focused this week on owning this energy? All right, what message is waiting to be received? Something that's going to really, really help you all, and I'm sure myself included, these always freaking resonate. Stride through this week with confidence, with clarity, and with rock solid confirmation that you are doing exactly what you need to. All right, I am ready for a card to come out. There we go. Here is the image, and it's got words on the back, so I'll read that as well. So we've got this beautiful card. These little pot plants say mind, body, and soul. This to me reinforcing that queen energy of growth, of alignment, of abundance, of focusing on your cycle and what is working for you right now in this season. And let's be real, it needs to be mind, body, and soul. If it just works mentally, logically, analytically, but it's disconnected from your heart, you don't feel emotionally like attached to it, and your soul or your intuition or that part of you that has that, really special sparkle when you're doing the things that are right for you is absent, it's not the right path. It's not the right way. And that might not mean it's the wrong action, but it's an invitation for you to check in with the heart, with the soul as well. And let's also acknowledge sometimes we're leading so much with emotion, we don't even check in with our brain and go, okay, what is the most effective or efficient or even logical way to do it? We get to use all of these. It's not just about one or the other. You don't become a queen by not using your brain or not using your heart or not following your intuition. All of these. Okay, let's see what's on the back. You aren't doing nothing when you choose to put your well-being first. In fact, this is the key to having everything. Brittany Bergender. All right, so this quote really emphasizing that sort of holistic approach, the mind, the body, and the soul. Sometimes our mind, if we're only operating from this space, and again, we're taught to do this, very much that masculine king energy, when we're just operating from our brain, it can be just like, okay, I have 12 hours. What can I fit into this time? Completely disconnected from your energy, from your cycle, from the rest of your life and what might be impacting you. And all those other things. So really important that if you need to take time for your well-being, if you need to take just like a brain break, do what your body needs, what your self needs, what your soul needs, what all of you needs, because all of these are important. We are growing and building and creating a life, not just a job, not just an outcome, not just a bank account. It's everything. So we need to have, everything out on the table and really be showing up fully, mind, body, and soul. Your question, how am I let me try that again. How am I prioritizing my mind, body, and spirit? Answer that question. Share it in the comments below. How are you prioritizing your mind, your body, and your spirit? And if the answer is, I'm not, I'm going to give you a second question there and go, how can you? And your affirmation, if you'd like to carry this through your week, use it as your weekly affirmation, say it every time you need to refocus on the path of the most aligned, way to move forward, or simply you want to do it start of the day, end of the day, put a reminder on your phone, whatever you need to do to remind yourself of this. The affirmation is, I take pride in caring for myself. Beautiful. I take pride in caring for myself. We are constantly told, you know, look after your finances, look after your career, look after your security and your safety, look after the people around you. Let's turn all of that love and all of that energy into the holistic awareness of your life and go, how can I care for my full self, my full life, my full future? All of you, all of the time. Beautiful. I would love to pull a card next. I always enjoy looking at obstacles and opportunities. So we're going to, with the Rider-Waite Tarot, do one card for obstacles, one card for opportunities, see what comes up and through. And then we'll look at the bonus card. If you have an idea of what that bonus card might be, pop it in the comments. Now, you don't have to be super caught up on tarot or have memorized all the cards. Even if you predict or suggest the vibe, the energy, the message, the outcome, if you don't know the names of all the cards, that's totally cool. All right, so those two cards are waiting for us. We have opportunities, we have outcomes. Let's not overcomplicate it. Okay, so opportunities, obstacles. Those opportunities, obstacles, opportunities, obstacles. First one is opportunities. We've got the Four of Cups. This looks like an interesting card when we're thinking about opportunities because it kind of looks like this person is a bit closed off from opportunities. This is a reminder that to find new opportunities, we need to be looking for new opportunities. Don't just sit in your bed or on your couch or in your home and go, oh, I wish there was something else, when you're only just doing the same things, looking at the same things, open to the same things. To receive new opportunities, we need to be eyes open, looking around, wanting, allowing new opportunities to come to us. Of course, something might come completely what feels out of left field. Couldn't have imagined that. Couldn't have asked for that. Couldn't have predicted that was going to come. But I would actually suggest often when those types of things happened, you are energetically open, and that is why you received it. Even if your mind can't predict what the thing is, if you're in a place of allowance, a place of, oh, I'm curious and I'm ready and I could do something new, that's when those little miracles pop in. That's when those unexpected manifestations arrive. So even though this person might not logically be able to name that next miracle or manifestation or opportunity coming in, because they're just so focused on the 3D and what they can see, if they were just to be like, yes, this is in front of me and there is more out there for me, that's when turn the head, see the thing, get the next opportunity. So a little bit of an invitation there for you all to go, not so much what do I want, but how do I open myself up to receiving new opportunities? And that could be opportunity of any kind. So that was in opportunities. And next, let's look at obstacles. We've got the Emperor in the reverse. The Emperor, very complementary in this reading to that King of Pentacles energy, just in terms of that really dominant masculine energy. Masculine, by the way, it's not male or female. Like, we're not talking about that type of energy. We're talking about the action-orientated, going out there, getting kind of energy of the masculine. Whereas the feminine is more receptive, more creative, more allowing, receiving. So what I see with this being in reverse is, because we're talking about obstacles here, your inner emperor. If you're trying to be outwardly the queen, I am receptive, I am open, I am growing, I am focused on the things that I desire, but internally you're still very much that things need to tick all the boxes and be linear and go the way that I logically and analytically expect them to be. That's not going to work. Internal needs to match the external. So if we're going, I want this feminine, glowing, abundant, divine life, divine business, divine relationship in the cycle and in the season that I'm currently in, totally in alignment, totally just flowing, cruising, breezing through life. This actually has to happen on the inside as well. I really get the sense that this is probably the biggest obstacle for many of us, is like making sure that insides match the outsides. It's easy to say things. It's easy to, put things in your calendar or change what you're doing during the week, or even demonstrate certain energy. But making sure that our thoughts are in alignment with it, that what we're reinforcing internally is in alignment with it, that we're working on the belief and the trust in what we're doing, and not just sort of waiting behind the scenes and going, okay, let's try this queen stuff for a while, but truly deeply believing that it's the king that's going to get us there. Work on those thoughts, work on that belief, work on that trust, work on that faith. And again, I feel very called here just to remind you, that doesn't mean it's, just has to be super duper feminine flow, just like it doesn't just have to be super duper masculine structure. It might be a beautiful balance. We all live on multiple spectrums for multiple reasons and multiple areas and multiple things. This is just another one of them. So allow yourself also the gift of going, I don't even have to be one of these things, but what is my thing at the moment? Who am I? What most suits me? How can I show up and shine in a way that feels super authentic and super good and super expansive, because you want to be growing your finances, growing your opportunities, growing your health, growing your love, growing your life, growing, your future. So being the most true, authentic you in each and every moment, whatever that, composition looks like, is in your best interest. Let us now look at this mystery card. Last invitation and chance for you to pop into the comments. What do you think this might be? The name of the card, or even just the energy, the message, the vibe. I'll trust that if you've had an inkling, you've shared it below. And let me know if you like the silliness of a bit of a mystery card. Okay, because we're working with the Wildwood Tarot. It might have a different name to usual. It's not like the standard tarot, but it follows the same format. I'm laughing because when I was pre-shuffling, this card actually came out. I shuffled it back into the deck and it came out upside down. Just like this card, the same card in the Wildwood Tarot has come out, and it's come out upside down. So it's the universe going, you were meant to pick up that card. So we've got the Wanderer, which is the Fool card in reverse. So it is this figure skipping through nature. There's a cliff in front of them. It's all foggy below. He's just following the rainbow. Let's see. Oh no, it's not, just conveniently in the other deck, but that's okay. So the Wanderer, the Fool card, this is take the leap of faith, trust the universe, listen to, the calling of yourself, your soul, source, the spirits, the part of you that doesn't need logic in order to trust. It coming out in reverse is telling me this is a message to go with the Emperor in reverse. This is the answer to the Emperor in reverse. You find yourself going, oh, I'm not in integrity. I'm saying I want ease. I'm saying I want flow. I'm saying I want a more fun, feminine way to go about my life and build my finances and really just be. And yet internally, stressed, structured, need it to be my way. Ugh, controlling. The Fool goes, okay, we've got you. We've got this. What I really notice the difference here is even in the way they're dressed, it's unstructured. They're not trying to make everything neat and logical and understandable. It's like these clothes are well worn and they're comfortable and they love wearing them, and maybe they don't match, but that's cool because it's the vibe. And I'm getting a few little things here. Some of them might resonate, all of them might resonate. Just take what really lands with you. Get out of your shell, get out of your comfort zone, get out of the way things should be. This might look like wear your favorite freaking outfit on a Tuesday for absolutely no reason, just because it feels good. It might mean drive halfway across town for that, this is what I want, that donut that has a coffee inside it. So you drink the coffee and then you eat the donut thing. Do something that just feels good. Follow the rainbow that we always have just like twinkling in the corner of our eye all the time. Follow the urge. Do the thing. Make it, yeah, not make, allow yourself to make the choices that feel good simply because they feel good. The fool knows that it doesn't actually matter what's on the outside. This fool is like, I'm going to dress this way because it feels good. I'm going to follow that rainbow because it's shiny. I'm going to, jump off that cliff because I trust that it's not actually a cliff. It's probably just a little top. And then maybe she's on a little stepping stone and there's a pond and there's a waterfall. Like there is this level of, I'm called to do these things for a reason, and I just need to trust that. The emperor wants to know exactly what's going to happen for the rest of their life, and they can't deviate from it. The fool says, if I'm fully satiated in this moment because I'm fully following my soul, then that is all I need to know. I feel there is so much more in that message. Please take the time to figure out what your fool wants you to do, what rainbow you want to follow, what it will take to get you in the energy of going, I'm just trusting myself and I'm going to follow myself. It's like a breath of fresh air. The last thing that's really called to me as I've glanced down is the bare feet. Go stand on the grass with bare feet. Walk through nature. Sit under a tree. Put your feet in the sand. Take a dip in a lake. Go swim at the beach. Just sit outside and allow the wind to go through your hair. Connect. Allow. Sometimes those messages come to us. The rainbow presents itself once we get into the space in the environment that is more conducive to receiving insight. If we're locked down at home, wearing the same clothes, doing the same things, listening to the same music, staring at the same screen, ticking the same boxes, we are not open to new. Coming right back around to this card, you don't see the opportunities, you don't see the rainbow, you aren't open to something surprising coming in if we're just always focused on what we know. What you know with your intuition, capital K, always beats what you know with your brain, with your past, with your memory, with the manual that lives in your head on how life is. Small k. Knowing. This knowing always beats this knowing. Okay, that is your reading for the week of the 17th of June to the 23rd. This was juicy, this was meaty, this was amazing. I hope you loved it as much as I did. Make sure to let me know what resonated, what came up and through, and what you're going to do with this information. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, obviously I can only do a certain amount, so book in ASAP. We can go deeper into this energy, or if you want to go deeper into any area in your life, book one, let's set it up, let's get you clarity, confirmation, and a lot more confidence in what comes next in your life. Or you can always order a 30-day forecast where I do a private, personal, extended reading for your whole next 30 days. And you get it in a PDF report with pictures, with a lot of insight, a lot of breakdown, a lot of guidance. So you can have a lot, again, more confidence, clarity, and confirmation on what's coming your way so you can navigate it with ease, with grace, with magic. All right. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye.